Two cities, an ocean apart, yet somehow their politics seem to echo one another. As New York embraces Zohran Mamdani's rise, many see shades of London's Sadiq Khan, two leaders shaped by migration, ambition, and the progressive dream. Both promise inclusivity, empathy, and reform. But one question looms large. Can New York avoid the turmoil that London endured under Khan's watch? When Sadiq Khan took office, London hailed him as a historic symbol, the son of a Pakistani bus driver who shattered ceilings and stereotypes. But what followed was a decade that tested that very symbolism. London's knife crime epidemic spiraled to record highs. Street violence became a daily headline. Mass unrest, youth gangs, and repeated police failures turned neighborhoods into no-go zones. Families began leaving the city they once called home, fearing safety more than rent. Khan's policies focused more on appeasement than accountability, on narrative rather than numbers. The mayor who spoke of compassion, they say, forgot the cost of complacency. Khan's supporters still celebrate diversity as his biggest achievement, but diversity without discipline can't sustain a city. Under his watch, public confidence in policing hit historic lows. Law enforcement found itself cornered, expected to be sensitive yet decisive, tolerant yet tough. Across the Atlantic, New York celebrates its own progressive star, Zohran Mamdani. Born in Kampala, raised in Queens, educated and articulate, he speaks the language of fairness, justice, and equality. His rise mirrors the same narrative that once made Khan a global icon, a son of immigrants turning representation into revolution. Mamdani champions housing rights, racial equity, and welfare expansion, ideas that sound humane but strain the same fault lines that broke London: weak law enforcement, widening class divide, and unchecked populism.
Buckle up, New York, and I say that from a place of concern and experience as a Londoner. Yesterday, catastrophically, Zohran Mamdani was elected as the Mayor of New York. And I can tell you firsthand that it's going to be a show. And I know that because London elected Sadiq Khan as our mayor because of the scarily similar false promises that Zohran is making too. And if you look at London today, it is an undeniable, embarrassing mess. Sadiq promised us safety and security. He pledged to strengthen neighbourhood policing and make London safe again. In reality, there's been a 31% increase in crime since 2016, when he was elected. Mamdani has promised you community safety, tackling non-criminal safety issues through the new Department of Community Safety, which is going to take funding away from the NYPD, who actually deal with criminal safety issues. Zohran has also pledged to tackle hate crime. Funny that Sadiq Khan promised that to us too. But anti-Semitism has skyrocketed consistently, year on year, since Sadiq was elected. He's been tackling Islamophobia well, though. In fact, Islamophobic hate crimes only rose 67%. In the same time, anti-Semitism rose 1,367%. From September 2023 till today. And Sadiq Khan has only looked after his own. Watch the same happen with Zohran.
A pattern is repeating, a politics that begins with empathy but ends in erosion of order. London's story warns what happens when ideology outweighs practicality, when compassion replaces competence. And New York, already battling homelessness, drugs, and disorder, might be standing at the edge of the same spiral. A leader may begin as a reformer, but governance demands more than heart. It needs hard decisions. London's downfall wasn't sudden. It was slow, subtle, and self-inflicted. Each decision to go softer on crime was justified in the name of social justice. Each compromise on policing was explained as compassion. But over time, compassion without caution turned into chaos. Today, New York faces similar tests: rising living costs, policing dilemmas, and political polarization. And yet the city's elite classes seem more focused on electing symbols than solving problems. Representation is important, but repetition could be disastrous.
Think about it. Now we're going to see all of these other cities across the United States electing Islamist mayors. This is not what we want. We're going to turn into Europe. We're going to turn into the UK. We're going to get overrun by Islamists. This election was so important, not just to New York City, but to the fate of the rest of the United States, and the fate had just been sealed. New York City basically founded capitalism, and now it's gone so far to the left that it's becoming socialist, and it's going to ruin the entire city. What was once the land of absolute opportunity is now going to be the land of laziness, crime, and destruction.
The debate is not about faith, background, or race. It's about whether cities have learned from each other's mistakes. London trusted a narrative that sounded noble until it woke up to streets that didn't feel safe anymore. Now, as Mamdani gains ground, New York risks embracing a reflection of that same idealism, an ideology that inspires in the beginning but struggles when reality knocks on the door. London's decade should have been a guidebook. If New York ignores it, history may not be kind.